Basically,
before
they go into what we call rock guitar, the first thing they need to know is they need the guitar playing ability first. Like for example, if they don't understand chords, it's very difficult to go into. Like for example, this is a G chord. If you play clean, if you go for rock, it's still a G chord. They still have to understand how chord structures are formed. And from there, they transfer it to the rock sound. Okay? And if they are into what we call playing goreng all the wrong thing, they still need to remember that it's a G chord. They must still be able to play the lead in that scale. They must know. You see, I have met a lot of guitar players, nowadays actually young ones, they can go into the internet, YouTube and all that, and they'll see a guitarist showing them how to do this. So they follow. But unfortunately, they're not told what key that is in. So they can play with it. But they don't know what key. So then another guitarist who can play says, okay, I play in G, you solo. I don't know, G, where to start G key? And if they know about notations on the guitar fret, it helps. Like you see, a lot of youngsters, and I know even up to today, even very veteran guitar players who are self-taught. This is how they would play Smoke on Water. Alright? Because they hear the tone, that's what they do. Create the power chords. But that's not what Richie Blackmore plays. Right? I realized this when I saw a very vintage Deep Purple concert. And he was showing Richie Blackmore from the back, and you could see his hands as he did the opening intro of the song. You see, if I want to play what I did just now, how would my hands move? My hands are moving everywhere. But when I saw him playing, I saw his hands was in this position and he never moved. But he created the sound and it got me to think, now what is that? So what I did was I looked at what is available to us here. And basically this is what Richie Blackmore did. That's why when I play Smoke on the Water, I don't play like that. I will play like, make it more interesting for the younger kids. I can't, because my hands are stuck to the chords I'm playing. So this is basically, the more you learn about what the guitar can do, the chords and everything, the more versatile it becomes. So That's why a lot of people don't understand it, and a lot of young kids nowadays, this is when they play rock. We can do it. Later on, you can incorporate the chords and the soloing together. If you don't, cannot. When you solo, there's no chord. So I can now play chords. Basically, that's what you need to start out. Of course, learn chords first. I always tell guitarists, don't. No, a lot of young guitarists say, I want to play this one. Everybody wants to play the intro for Wonderful Tonight, but they don't know how that solo actually came about. Acoustic guitar and electric guitar, it's not no difference. The way you play is still the same. The chords are still more or less. As I said, if you want to explore more, electric guitar offers you much more. Only thing is when you go everywhere, you have to bring an amplifier along, not a guitar won't have any sound. Okay, so the best that you can have, like there's in the market now, we call electric acoustic guitar. It's an acoustic guitar, but with the ability to plug in if you want to, as and when you need it. But as I said, because of the pickup configuration, when you use this kind of effects, it will be very noisy. Because the hollow body of the guitar will create an echo, which will make the sound a little bit more dirty. So, battery operated amplifiers is created purely for the buskers. You know, those who sing, they walk around tables and singing. It was actually created more for their use. Like in Malacca, for example, Jonker Street is a very famous place for buskers. St. Paul's Hill, St. John's Hill. So they use that to strap at the back here and then for them to strum. So it's not going to be loud. And then furthermore, batteries are not cheap nowadays. Like that. Okay, so unless you are a busker, then it's worthwhile. It's worthwhile. Okay, because the battery operated pickup, I call it amplifier, comes in. There's one that's about only this size, which you clip to your belt or to your guitar strap. So when you strum, the sound's coming out from there. But there's another one which is about this size, square, and you hang around your neck. And you walk around with the table. Table to table. If you are a busker, then to me that is quite a reasonable thing to buy. But if not, nothing wrong having an amplifier at home. That size is not going to be actually very light also to carry around with the guitar already strapped on an amplifier, but it's an affordable amp to play. And the cube is created to be able to give you different sounds from within the amp, because as a busker you cannot bring all this along. So the amplifier itself has all those echo sounds, chorus sounds that you would require as a busker. Okay, so there are amplifiers created, like for example, this kind of amp for home use, for classroom use is sufficient, for small rooms sufficient. But if you go for open air concert, this is not big enough. It may be loud, but it doesn't have the bass oomph that you require for an open air concert. So you change your amplifiers depending on your own needs. Okay. Okay, and basically guitarists, most of the time it would be good that you would have more than one instrument, acoustic as and